Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dave Walk Stadium here at Castleton University. It's postseason time in field hockey as the number 1 seeded Castleton University Spartans host the number 8 seed Eastern Connecticut State Warriors. And I'm Jack Healy on board with Nick O'Dwyer, who's not only our producer tonight, but our color commentator as you're watching Little East TV on Stretch Internet. And what we have tonight, it's quarterfinal night, and Castleton, the number 1 seed, and number 8 Eastern Connecticut. Also tonight, number 2 seed Keene State, and the 5-time defending Little East Conference champ, and has won 6 out of 7. Keene State, number 2 seed, hosting number 7 Bridgewater State. Number 3 Southern Maine against number 6 Fitchburg State, and number 4 Worcester State against number 5 Western Connecticut. When it's all said and done tonight, the highest seeded team will host the Final Four coming up this weekend. Again, Castleton, if Castleton should win this, Castleton would be back here to host the Final Four, the semis, on Friday and Saturday coming up. So it's Eastern Connecticut State and Castleton State, Castleton University. Christine Kemp, the head coach at Castleton. Christine Hutchison, the head coach of Eastern Connecticut State. Castleton will be in the green and white, and Eastern Connecticut will be in the white and red. Clear night here at Dave Walk Stadium. No wind at all and a chilly night, and we'll be running by the starting lineups. But, Nick, great to have you on board. I know you're chomping at the bit to be on the color tonight, and Nick will be working a lot of the color for various events coming up for the winter season as well.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jack. It's good to be here with you tonight. This will be a great quarterfinal matchup. Castleton grabbed a ginormous win last time out against Keene State in overtime. 5-4 win in double overtime to earn the spot to play tonight for home field advantage throughout the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, the golden goal by Sarah Wells out of Bellows Falls. Bellows Falls here in the state of Vermont, a hotbed for high school field hockey. Her high school team is going on to the Division I state championship game this weekend. Her high school team at Bellows Falls has won 55 straight games.
Oh,
so
wow.
That's quite a program there. Allison Lowell also comes from a great program at Otter Valley Union High School in nearby Brandon. She had a pair of goals in that victory the other day over Keene State. So, yeah, you're right. That was huge. Keene State, we just mentioned, 5 straight championships and 6 out of 7. Now this is the tournament championship. Obviously, Castleton is the regular season champion, but Keene State has dominated over the years. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Number 8, Eastern Connecticut. Number 1, Lindsay McKeon will be starting, a 5'5 junior from Chester, Connecticut. And at number 3, Sydney Collantine, a 5'8 freshman forward from New Fairfield, Connecticut. McKeon also a forward. Number 9, Tess Parker, a 5'5 senior midfielder from Columbia, Connecticut. Number 11 is Bryce McCula, a midfielder, 5'4 freshman from Guilford, Connecticut. Number 16, Caitlin Miller, defender, 5'3 freshman from Wallingford, Connecticut. Number 18 is Amy Smith, a junior defender, 5'6 from Trumbull, Connecticut. And at number 19 is Erin Sheehan, a 5'5 senior midfielder from North Branford, Connecticut. Number 20, Morgan Sanson, a 5'9 forward, a junior from Thomaston, Connecticut. Number 21 is Kiera Valentine, a 5'5 junior forward from Morristown, New Jersey. Number 25 is Stephanie Hogan, a defender, 5'3 senior from Norford, Connecticut. And the goalkeeper is number 33, Kira Integlia, a 5'8 sophomore out of Branford, Connecticut. Again, the coach is Christine Hutchinson. For the Castleton University Spartans, number 1, we just talked about Sarah Wells, a 5'1 senior forward from Bellows Falls, Vermont. Number 3 is Gabriella Hunt, a 5'1 sophomore midfielder. Gabriella is out of Granville, New York. Number 4 is a 5'5 senior midfielder, Gabrielle Ryan from Bristol, Vermont, and Mount Abraham Union High School. Number 8 is Sydney Jeffrey, a 5'1 junior forward from Manchester, Vermont, and Burton Academy. Number 13, Allison Lowell, a 5'4 sophomore midfielder from Brandon, Vermont, Otter Valley Union High School. Number 15 is Madison Lange, a defender, 5'6", junior from Casanova, New York. Number 18 is Megan Ryan, 5'2", junior midfielder from Middlesex, Vermont, and U32 high school. Number 19, Loretta Blakeney, a 5'4", sophomore forward from Barnard, Vermont, Woodstock Union High School. Number 24 is Kate West, a 5'7", junior defender from Thorndike, Maine. Number 25 is 5'6", junior defender Ellie Jevry from New Haven, Vermont, Mount Abraham Union High School. And the goalkeeper is number 77, Tasha Pashby Rockwood, 5'2", junior from Williston, Vermont, and CVU. You're watching Little East TV on Stretch Internet. Jack Healy with Nick O'Dwyer. It's funny, Nick, tonight the temperature probably going to get down to the upper 30s and 40s. I know you were here, and I look at the schedule here. First of all, these two teams did meet back on September 22nd at Eastern Connecticut. Castleton won that 4-2. It was a couple of weeks before that. You were here. The game between Castleton and the national champs from Middlebury, it was about 106 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the hottest games played all season for us, and this will be by far one of the coldest games played.
That day of the game against the Middlebury was late in the afternoon, and it was, and I'm not really exaggerating, it was over 100 degrees, at least on the field. All the high school games in this area were canceled that day because of the heat, but they played field hockey here. And as you know, the artificial turf, it gets a lot hotter down there. With it was hot to the touch, but obviously a temperature going to be in the upper 30s, low 40s tonight. But a perfect night, not a cloud in the sky, and we're set to go. As Nick can tell you, and people know, they've been on board with us, that this is the first year of Castleton in the Little East Conference, so it's not bad. First year in the conference, and you end up winning the regular season championship. And they are two distinct championships. Certainly the tournament championship, where the tournament champion goes on and gets the bid to the NCAA tournament, and the regular season champion.
Yeah, that's right. But getting the regular season championship first season, it's a huge morale push for the team. And if they can get that tournament championship, great. That's what they're fighting for. But the season championship definitely ups their morale more than it was coming into the season.
Yep, it's pretty good. Under a first-year coach, too.
Yeah.
Christine Kemp. And before the start of this quarterfinal matchup in field hockey in the Little East Conference, our national anthem. Again, Castleton in the green and white, and Eastern Connecticut State, the Warriors in the white and red. So who won the championship before Keene State? In 2012, it was UMass Dartmouth, but Keene State won in 2011. UMass Dartmouth won a couple of years before that. Keene State won 5 in a row. Then UMass Dartmouth won 2. Keene State won. UMass Dartmouth, and then it's another 5 in a row for Keene State. We're talking about the tournament championship. Eastern Connecticut did make it to the final in 2015, losing to Keene State. You know, another thing, Nick, in the top 10 scorers, Keene State has the top 2. And Sarah Wells is number 6 in the league in goal scoring.
Yeah, Sarah Wells has had a great season up to this point, scoring by far the most points she's scored out of her whole career in this one season. She scored 38 points this season, which is 13 more points than she's had any season up to this season. So she's just having a tremendous year all around.
And Tasha Pashby-Rockwood, the goalkeeper, is 5th in the league in goals against average, 2.14 goals against average.
Yeah, Pashby-Rockwood has really come up big for the Spartans when they've needed her. Being the only goalie, she's fought through injuries, done everything she possibly could for the team, and she's sporting a great goals against average to show for it.
So again, Castleton earned the number 1 seed in the regular season championship, a double overtime victory down at Keene State. Matter of fact, I believe you were here too, Nick, during the course of the football game is when that score came through, and everybody excited about that. You're watching Little East TV on Stretch Internet. Jack Healy with Nick O'Dwyer. Under the lights at Dave Walk Stadium here at Castleton University, Kira Integlia is the goalkeeper off to your left from Eastern Connecticut. So Castleton going right to left. Eastern Connecticut going left to right. Tasha Pashby-Rockwood in goal for Castleton to your right, and we're underway. Quarterfinal action. All the quarterfinal games are tonight as we speak, and they do not reseed. The winner of this game will meet the winner of the matchup between Worcester State and Western Connecticut in the semifinal. Looking to control there is Morgan Sanson, number 20. Spartans get it into Eastern Connecticut territory. Number 25 is Hogan. Allison Lowell out of Otter Valley Union High School. We mentioned Allison scored 2 goals in that victory over Keene State. We're just underway. Again, Morgan Sanson sent it near side. Trying to control there was Amy Smith, and the restart for the Spartans. It's thrown up towards Sarah Wells, who scored the golden goal, as we mentioned a few times, in that victory over Keene State the other day. Number 8 for the Spartans, Sydney Jeffrey. Blakeney trying to get to it for the Spartans in the striking circle. Now here's Allison Lowell, picked it off left wing and down low, and trying to keep it alive as the goalkeeper. Blakeney scores from about 9 yards out. It came out to Blakeney, and Castleton takes a 1-0 lead with 33-21 to go here in the first half. And that was Loretta Blakeney out of Woodstock Union High School, a sophomore, and the goalkeeper, Teglia, Nick, trying to keep it alive. As people know, you can't cover up in field hockey. And by keeping it alive, it came right out to Blakeney, and she fired it home, 1-0 Castleton.
The goalkeeper made a fantastic effort there trying to keep it alive, but the constant pressure the Spartans were putting on offense led to that rebound for a score.
And for Blakeney, we'll wait for the official announcement. That's her 13th goal of the year. Always a big thing in any big game, any game really, is to get out in front, and that's exactly what the Spartans wanted to do here. One of the keys for sure, and they get out in front 1-0 in the early going. Again, the Spartans putting on pressure in the striking circle. It's about 7 yards out, knocked away by the goalkeeper. Off the shot, and the second shot goes in wide. An original shot came in from Gabriella Hunt, and the goalkeeper Integlia made a nice save, and on the rebound, the shot went in wide. Blakeney again officially, she did indeed get the score, and her 13th of the year. 1-0 Castleton with 31:50 to go here in the first half. Eastern Connecticut, the Warriors in the white. Well, as far as they've got into Castleton territory, about the 25 yards out stripe here as we look out. Sarah Wells sends it on the right wing side, and Spartans look to get it into Eastern Connecticut State territory. The Warriors trying to get on it, and a restart for the Spartans. Chipped ahead, and the Warriors into Castleton territory. Jeffrey, number 25 for the Spartans. Back toward Jeffrey. It bounces to Allison Lowell near side. And Allison Lowell with a push in along the near side, number 13 for the Spartans. Controlling is Jeffrey. Jeffrey inside the circle and couldn't get a shot away. Nice play by the defender for the Warriors. Blakeney, though, picks it up again along the near side for the Spartans. Number 16, Caitlin Miller, the defender out of Wallingford, Connecticut. As Gabriella Hunt lost it and chipped back out along the near side. Allison Lowell sends it toward the middle. Castleton going right to left. Sarah Wells out front. Bryce Bakula is number 11 for the Warriors. And it'll be the push in for Castleton across the way. 1-0 on the goal by Loretta Blakeney. For Castleton, 5'4" sophomore from Woodstock Union High School. Kate West, number 24 for Castleton. Gabrielle Ryan is number 4. Lange sent it near side. Here's Allison Lowell now. Overrunning it is Gabrielle Ryan, being chased there by Kiera Valentine, number 21. Kate West is in the striking circle as Eastern Connecticut controls, trying to pull the trigger from about 5 yards out. Lou still controlling. That was Morgan Sanson there, Nick, who tried to pull the trigger.
Spartans did get lucky there after an errant pass that almost got stolen by Sanson for the goal. Spartans D playing tough there.
Again, Eastern Connecticut looking to put pressure on as McKeon, number 1, had it for a moment. It comes along the near side. Quickly it's Sheehan. Inside, bounces, and it's going to be the Spartans bringing it back the other way. 16-yard hit. And the push in near side for Eastern Connecticut. Amy Smith, number 18. McKeon. And it's going to be Smith. Sheehan. You see twisting the stick around to make sure you can't hit it with the backhand or the other side of the stick. You can twist the stick around as she did right there. Tess Parker with it, number 9. Eastern Connecticut trying to get something going, and Eastern Connecticut will control. .26:45 to go in the first half. 1-0 Castleton. Castleton looking to get it in the striking circle, about 30 yards out now. And the possession to the Warriors. Flipped across the 50. Toward the middle, they try to feed that for Amy Smith. Spartans back out toward the 50. Allison Lowell puts on a nice move, controlling number 13. Now to Wells. Wells now. Wells to the circle, sends it right across. Loose, 5 yards out, and they score. And that might have been Blakeney again from about 5 yards out. A pretty play. Wells over there, Blakeney there. And I believe Blakeney got a stick on it. It's 2-0 Castleton.
And I think you're right there. I think Blakeney did get a stick, but no matter who ended up scoring that goal, great passing all around by the offense on that play.
Yeah, sure it was. Sarah Wells, not only, obviously, Sarah, we talked about Sarah Wells as far as a goal scorer is concerned. You talked about the points that she had, but she also can be a great playmaker. And Castleton's taken a 2-0 lead here in the Little East Conference quarters, the number 1 seed. Castleton 2, Eastern Connecticut nothing, 25-33 left here in the first half. We believe Blakeney indeed got that goal, scoring the 2 goals. That would be her 14th of the year. Wait for the official announcement. Oh, nice play at the 50. The push in near side will be Eastern Connecticut. Sheehan. Smacked away by Loretta Blakeney. Sheehan again. And Blakeney indeed on the goal. And Sarah Wells did indeed pick up the assist there. As you mentioned, Nick, a pretty pass across the way to Blakeney. So 2 goals on the night. Loretta Blakeney, Castleton leads at 2-0. Her 13th and 14th goals of the year. And again, Sarah Wells picking up the assist on that. That was a pretty play. Spartans looking for more here. This is Allison Lowell. On the right wing side, see if that comes across. It's loose and it goes in wide. On the right wing side, having it at the line with Sydney Jeffrey. 2 or 3 of her teammates were parked right in front, but they couldn't quite pull the trigger.
Blakeney just missed the third right there. She was one of those teammates right there.
Spartans controlling. Number 4 is Gabrielle Ryan. Hogan's number 25 for the Warriors. Bounces out toward the 50 again, Gabrielle Ryan. Loose, and here's Sarah Wells now. Sarah Wells splits the two Warrior defenders there, or the middies, if you will, because there were defenders behind her, but here come the Warriors back the other way. McKeon had it picked off. Spartans back the other way. The Spartans in the green and white. Chipped out by Sheehan. Allison Lowell. On the push-in for Castleton, Allison Lowell. A couple of substitutions coming up. Devin Godbout will be checking in. I also believe she's at the table now. She'll undoubtedly be checking in. As a matter of fact, she checks in right now as she checks in for Kiera Valentine. Here's Lowell. Try to shovel it back toward Blakeney. Picked off and back the other way come the Warriors. Sheehan. Still controlled by the Warriors here. It'll be Sheehan. Aaron Sheehan is a senior midfielder from North Branford, Connecticut. Eastern Connecticut, the number 8 seed, and Castleton, the number 1 seed. Castleton with a 2-0 lead with 21-23 to go here in the first half at Dave Walk Stadium. Eastern Connecticut out front, it's Hogan. This is Makula. And Castleton will bring it back the other way after the violation. Gabrielle Ryan. Spartans looking to put on pressure as they get it inside the striking circle. And again, there, Nick, was Blakeney, had it lined up, whiffed on it, a pass right in front, and she fanned on it and got a connection there. She would have had the hat trick.
Yeah, pass came in just a little too quick for her stick and misses a third one by that much, but score remains 2-0.
Nico Dwyer with us, also the producer. You're watching Little East TV on Stretch Internet. Julia Kunji is in now for Eastern Connecticut, number 2. She's a sophomore from Jefferson, New Jersey. It's like Brianna Nolan is also in, so a couple of substitutions for Coach Hutchison. That is Nolan, who just checked in. She's from Watertown, Connecticut. Hogan will try again. Stephanie Hogan out of Norford, Connecticut on the push in near side number 25. Smack right off Blakeney. Hogan again. That's got to hurt.
Yeah.
It's loose and kicked away by Pashby Rockwood. Far side. As the Spartans get it up to the 50. Trying to chase it down is Gabriella Hunt. Far side. Kicked away by Integlia. Spartans will have the push in for the far side. Spartans again. Clear it out along the far side. Gabrielle Ryan. Sarah Wells chipped it inside the circle, but cleared out to the 50 by the Warriors. And Sarah Wells actually went off is the restart for Eastern Connecticut anyway. And Loretta Blakeney, both goals, her 13th and 14th of the year here in the Little East Conference quarterfinal matchup. It's 2-0 Castleton with 17:15 to go in the first half. Picking it off nicely. Jeffrey. 1-on-3, didn't have the numbers. Nice play there by McCullough. Spartans get it back, parked at the 7 yards out, waiting for a pass was Gabriella Hunt. The Spartans still controlling. Gabriella Hunt trying to get to it inside this striking circle. Spartans again from outside the circle. Spartans again. Gabrielle Ryan sends it right through the circle, down low, and the score as the Spartans take a 3-0 lead. Ryan sent it down low, about 5 yards out, the score. And the Spartans off and running here.
And Ryan didn't waste any time with that restart. She just went right at it, ran up, got that pass in quickly, directly, right to where she wanted it.
So the Spartans with a 3-0 lead here, and that was Gabriella Hunt. Should get the goal. We'll wait for the. She was the one that was parked out there and beat Integlia. We'll wait for the official announcement. I believe that indeed was Hunt right in front, number 3. And the Spartans off to the quick 3-0 lead with 15:33 left here in the first half. That would be your 9th of the year. Restart for Eastern Connecticut. Sheehan tried to shovel it towards Sanson. Near side, it's Allison Lowell for Castleton. The Spartans lead at 3-0. Indeed. Mentioned already, Nick. It was Gabrielle Ryan that set up the goal by Gabriella Hunt. Gabriella Hunt indeed gets the goal. Ryan on the assists, and for her 9th of the year, 3-0. Castleton Blakeney with a pair, and Gabriella Hunt out of nearby Granville, New York, with a goal, is looking to come back in. Number 21. Valentine, and also number 18, Amy Smith for Eastern Connecticut. Here's Blakeney along the near side. And it'll be the push-in for Eastern Connecticut. You know, the last 2 goals, just pretty plays and the pretty pass. And it is controlled now by Eastern Connecticut. Valentine across the center stripe, picked off. Spartans back the other way with Allison Lowell. Gabrielle Ryan. Turnover back the other way. Warriors get it into Castleton territory, but it's picked off by Lange. It was Makula had it for Eastern Connecticut. Now it rolls to Nolan. It is Nolan. Nolan chips it toward the scoring area, the striking circle. Trying to get a stick on it there. Kunji. And it's going to be the first penalty corner of the game, and it's going to be for Eastern Connecticut here. First penalty corner. It's always interesting, Nick, how they set it up. Castleton's got its own way of setting. They put maybe 2 or 3 players on the point. We see now kind of bunched up. There are 5 players at the top of the circle, at the top of the scoring area for Eastern Connecticut. And it comes out to the point player. There's a shot blocked away. That came in from Sheehan. Castleton likes to spread it out a little bit more when they do the penalty corner.
Castleton likes to do a very wide, so they have numerous options, and that was a very bunched, as you said, very tight formation.
Sheehan lost it. Blakeney right on it. Sheehan again for Eastern Connecticut. Sheehan lost it again. Blakeney doing it offensively and defensively. Smashed back the other way by Makula. But the Spartans right on it again, coming back toward the 50 with Sarah Wells. Mentioned out of Bellows Falls, a great field hockey program. They've won all kinds of championships, Division III, Division II in the state of Vermont. They're in Division I now, and they will be in the final on Saturday here locally in the state of Vermont. And Bellows Falls has won 55 straight. Wouldn't be surprised to see a player or 2 off that team here at Castleton next year. They've had the pipeline to Bellows Falls for a while in field hockey. There's been some great players coming out of Bellows Falls to play here at Castleton. Sarah Wells, of course, being one, and the latest. Restart for Ryan, Gabrielle Ryan. Eastern Connecticut on it along the far side. Restart for Castleton. Right across. Here's an opportunity for 5 yards out, and that it was Gabriella Hunt. She's got 2. It's 4-0 Castleton. Again, a perfect feed right in front to Gabriella Hunt. Made no mistake, her 10th of the year. We'll wait for the official announcement on that, but Castleton leads 4-0, 10-18 to go in the first half.
And if they keep this passing up, even if they just go all defense the rest of the game, I see them handling the rest of the game. But if Eastern Connecticut can come back with an offensive attack, after giving up 4 goals early in the first half, though, it must be demoralizing.
It's a little, actually, Eastern Connecticut has had really they did have the penalty corner, and they had maybe one other scoring threat where Pashby Rockwood had to make a stop, but Castleton certainly has dominated territorially, and it was 4-2 when they played during the regular season. Castleton won it. A ways to go with 9:50 to go in the first half, 4-0 Castleton. And that one through the area, knocked away, and it's going to be a 16-yard hit for Eastern Connecticut. Chipped up toward the 50, and Allison Lowell on it. Back on her own side of the 50, and Spartans looking to put pressure on again. So Blakeney has scored the first 2, the last 2 for Gabriella Hunt. 2 different players have scored the 4 goals, and Castleton with a 4-0 lead again. Gabriella Hunt scoring her 10th of the year. She's had her 9th and 10th. Loretta Blakeney, her 13th and 14th of the year. 4-0 Castleton, just under 9 minutes to go in the first half. As you're watching Little East TV on Stretch Internet, Jack Healy with Nick O'Dwyer. On a crisp night at Dave Walk Stadium, but crystal clear night under the lights. Push in for Sheehan.
Ball took some curve on it in
Yeah.
the air.
Well, I'll tell you, that would have me cowering.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, that went right toward Gabriella Hunt. In for the Spartans is Olivia Trevisani, number 7, out of Colchester, Vermont. Push in far side for Eastern Connecticut, the Warriors in the white and red. Restart for the Spartans. That was Sarah Wells, who almost got to it on the right side. There was a lot of space out there. Sarah Wells, a lot of speed. Back up toward the 50, and the Spartans right on it again. Chip back into Castleton territory, Kate West for the Spartans. Spartans again. Looks like Heather Schultes, number 6, will be checking in here for Eastern Connecticut, a freshman from South Windsor, Connecticut. Nice play there for Kunji. The Spartans, that suffocating defense. You're right, and a tough team to come back on. Once they get a lead, that's for sure. They play such suffocating defense. Allison Lowell jumped over her stick, and it'll be Allison Lowell, though, on the push in. Trying to lead that for Wells, picked off by McCullough. Basati knocked it away. And the play for Allison Lowell. Brings it down the middle, has Wells ahead. Allison Lowell right to the circle, inside the circle, bouncing, and right across to Wells, and she scores. Oh my, what a pretty play. Lowell to Wells, and the Spartans take a 5-0 lead, 5:44 left first half. Oh, all the scoring plays really in this game for the Spartans. Of course, all scoring plays are beautiful, but they have been extra special here in this quarterfinal matchup tonight.
And Lowell just brought it in the whole way, looking. She was looking to score the whole way. Defender was looking that she thought she was going to pass, but Lowell brought it in the whole way, shot, and Wells was there right for the rebound.
Here quickly near side, it is Valentine. Sarah Wells, that's her 17th of the year. Sarah Wells right in the middle. Allison Lowell gets an assist on that. Here's Sarah Wells again looking to line it up from about 7 yards out, but it's in a fraction in Eastern Connecticut to restart the other way. Lowell went virtually coast to coast. Deserved the assist, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Sarah Wells made no mistake. Scorer's touch, so a couple of goals for Loretta Blakeney and a couple of goals for Gabriella Hunt, and now Sarah Wells with a goal as well. Coming down on the 4-minute mark here in the first half, in Castleton with a 5-0 lead. Gabriella Hunt knocked away, and back the other way is Valentine. Restart for Eastern Connecticut. 3:25 left now in the first half. 5-0 Castleton. Hogan to the middle. Spartans on it. They have been all night long. Gabriella Hunt. Gabriella Hunt. Comes out now to Gabrielle Ryan. That came from outside the circle anyway. It was kicked away by Integlia. 2:30 left, first half, 5-0 Castleton. This Little East Conference quarterfinal matchup. The winner will go on to the semi. If Castleton does win, Castleton would host the Final Four with the two semis on Friday, and then the championship game on Saturday. The winner of this game takes on the winner of Worcester State in Western Connecticut. Gabrielle Ryan. Trevisani. A little bit of a collision. Trevisani trying to line it up. Gabriella Hunt, and came outside all the way back out toward the 50. Minute 40 to go in the first half. 5-0 Castleton. Allison Lowell. Allison Lowell rips at it. Not sure that got all the way through, but it's cleared out. Restart for Castleton. It's going to be Gabrielle Ryan. Castleton again with 55 seconds to go in the half. Push in from the far side for Castleton. Right across it is Wells trying to pull the trigger. It couldn't quite do it. Knocked away. It's going to be the 16-yard hit for Eastern Connecticut. 25 seconds left here in the first half. All the way back down to Spartan territory. Chipped up to Lowell. Back to steal there. It's Valentine. Valentine to Sanson. Back to Valentine. But that's the end of the first half, and it was all Castleton at halftime in the Little East quarterfinal matchup here at Dave Walk Stadium at Castleton University. It is Castleton 5 and Eastern Connecticut State nothing. Loretta Blakeney, a pair of goals, her 13th and 14th of the year. And Gabriella Hunt, a pair, her 9th and 10th. Sarah Wells with a goal, her 17th of the year. We'll take a little break. We'll have all the stats for you coming up. And we'll be back right before the start of the second half. You're watching Little East TV on Stretch Internet. Jack Healy with Nick O'Dwyer from Daywalk Stadium at Castleton University. We'll be back right before the start of the second half. We're back at Dave Walk Stadium. Jack Healy and Nick O'Dwyer. You're watching Little East TV on Stretch Internet, and Castleton is dominated here, leading 5-0 in this quarterfinal matchup. The number 8 seed, Eastern Connecticut State, and Castleton number 1 seed. Castleton again with a 5-0 lead. Loretta Blakeney got things started at the 139 mark, her 13th of the year for Castleton. The Spartans went up 1-0. At the 9-11 mark, Loretta Blakeney, her second of the game, 14th of the year for Sarah Wells. That put Castleton up 2-0. Then Gabriella Hunt would score her 9th of the year at the 1901 mark from Gabrielle Ryan, and that would put the Spartans up 3-0. Gabriella Hunt again, her 10th of the year, second of the game at the 24-42 mark to make it 4-0 Castleton. And a 29-16 Sarah Wells, her 17th of the year from Allison Lowell. That put Castleton up 5-0. That's where we stand right now. Castleton has 10 shots, and Eastern Connecticut State has yet to have a shot. Eastern Connecticut State's Kiera Integlia has 3 saves. Tasha Pashby-Rockwell has no saves. There was one that she kicked away, apparently not getting credit for a save on that one. It might have been off target anyway. But it is 5-0 and the absolute domination here for Castleton. Castleton going left to right here in the second half. Castleton in green, and the Warriors of Eastern Connecticut State going right to left. Tasha Pashby-Rockwood, who hasn't really been busy, in goal for Castleton. And again, it's Kira Integlia. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing her first name correctly. Kira Integlia, a sophomore out of Branford, Connecticut. And she is number 33, taking her place to our right, as Eastern Connecticut in the white and red will be going right to left here in the second half. 5-0 Castleton. Castleton wins. Castleton would host the Final Four. A couple of semifinal games on Friday, a championship game on Saturday coming up. And again, the winner of this, they don't reseed. The winner of this will play the winner of the 4-5 matchup, which is Worcester State and Western Connecticut. So Castleton on the possession. We're just underway. Little East TV on Stretch Internet. Jack Healy, Nick O'Dwyer from Dave Walk Stadium. A chilly night here, but a nice night. Not a cloud in the sky here in Castleton, Vermont. Pushing near side, it will be Megan Ryan, number 18. Chips hit for Jeffrey, and it'll be the other way. The push in for Eastern Connecticut. Push in for Megan Ryan for Castleton, number 18, right here in front of us. It was picked off by Valentine for a moment, but the Spartans quickly back the other way. Allison Lowell. Going to be the restart for Castleton. Just outside the area. Megan Ryan. Megan Ryan still controlling. Megan Ryan sends it to, well, try to get it over to Gabriella Hunt at the 10, well within the striking circle. So Worcester has already won. Worcester State has already defeated Western Connecticut. Here's a shot from straight on, and the score, and Castleton takes a 6-0 lead as picking up her third goal, the hat trick, Gabriella Hunt. And for Gabriella Hunt, the hat trick and her 11th of the year.
And we said it before, every Castleton goal so far has come off a pretty feed, and that one was not an exception.
Yeah, I mean, all the plays have been pretty, that's for sure. Yeah, Worcester State has already defeated Western Connecticut 3-2, so the winner of this game will play Worcester State. In the other quarter, in double overtime, Southern Maine has defeated Fitchburg 2-1. So a couple of finals already in. So undoubtedly, I thought everything started at least at 6, but apparently those games were earlier today. So.
Yeah.
But Worcester, that was the number 4 seed did. So far, the seeds have held up. The number 3 seed defeated number 6, and number 4 defeated number 5. Obviously, this is a 1-8 matchup, and it's 6-0 Castleton, 32-28 to go in the second half. Gabriella Hunt out of nearby Granville, New York, just over the border, not far from here. Eastern Connecticut looking to get on the board here as it'll be Castleton coming back the other way. Oh no, I beg your pardon. It's going to be the restart for Eastern Connecticut. 6-0 Castleton.
Great save by Pashby there.
Great save. That went through traffic. Hogan, number 25, who started things off there. Tasha Pashby Rockwood. Yeah, that shot came from outside the area of the circle, but I assume somebody tipped that and stayed with it, right?
Yeah, I think he got deflected in.
Yeah, or it would have gone the other way as far as possession is concerned. And that shot went in wide by number 20, Morgan Sanson, but this is going to be the second. One thing we didn't get to our halftime stats, penalty corners, Eastern Connecticut 1, Castleton none, but now Eastern Connecticut picks up its second penalty corner. How often do you see a team that's up 6-0, no penalty corners?
Not too often, but when your offense is playing as aggressive right now as Castleton's, not always needed.
For sure, that's the case here. It'll be the 16-yard hit for Castleton. Going left to right here in the second half. Warriors looking to put on some pressure, looking to get it inside the striking circle. Valentine was there, couldn't pull the trigger from 10 yards out, but it's going to be another penalty corner for the Warriors, their third of the game. Again, they like to bunch it up top of the circle. Actually, not bunched up as much as they did earlier. I wasn't paying attention to the one they just had, but the one they had for the first half, they were bunched up. They have 3 at the top this time. Here's let's see, it looked like an opening shot there, but down low, and here comes another penalty corner. When I say I wasn't paying attention, I wasn't paying attention to how they were setting it up, of course. And I'll pay attention again here. Now it looks like, again, they're bunching up, the same that they used in the first half. The inserter here on the near side. That was an attempt at the shot that was knocked away. And it looks like another penalty corner. Racking them up here.
They're getting the penalty corners, but they're still yet to get a shot off the penalty corners.
Yeah. Inserter on the near side, 10 yards from the near post. It's the 5th penalty corner for Eastern Connecticut. And Valentine doesn't get the shot all the way through. It's loose about 5 yards out. Right across and deflected in wide, and it's going to be let's see, where is it? It's the 16-yard hit for Castleton. So they survive another penalty corner there. Hogan, number 25, had it for a moment for Eastern Connecticut. Eastern Connecticut does have possession. One thing it has been because of the penalty corners and other. Eastern Connecticut is putting on some pressure here. He's got the territorial advantage here the last 2 or 3 minutes, but as I say that, Castleton on it, and Castleton controls. Was almost picked off there by Sanson. Near side, the Spartans control. Near side with it is Jeffrey. Checking in, Travisani will be checking in for the Spartans, and also Anna Plouffe out of nearby Rutland, Vermont will be checking in as well. And Plouffe checking in now, number 12. Travisani will be checking in shortly. Up toward the 50, Sanson had it but lost it. Spartans on it, number 18, Megan Ryan. Megan Ryan, nice move. Megan Ryan, a little bit of space now. Trying to feed it over to Gabriella Hunt, who's got the hat trick here. Allison Lowell. Hunt with 3, 2 for Blakeney, 1 for Wells. The 6 goals, and Castleton leads 6-0, 26-14 to go in the second half. Ellie Caruso, number 24, will be checking in for the Warriors as well shortly. Collantine. Right on it is Gabrielle Ryan. Little bit of space, Ryan. Toward the striking circle, but then cleared out. Free, I was going to say free hit, but the restart for Castleton. Inside the area, kicked away by Integlia.
Great kick save before Jeffrey could get to the ball.
Megan Ryan trying to steer it in. Restart for Castleton. Long hit, deflected in wide. That long hit from Gabrielle Ryan, about 35 yards out. And as we said, that Ali Caruso will be checking in, defender, senior from Wallingford, Connecticut. Caitlin Miller is number 16 for Eastern Connecticut. And Travisani comes in for Blakeney. Yeah, it is Blakeney checking out. For Castleton. Castleton out to the 50. Space for Sydney Jeffrey. Here's Sarah Wells. "16-yard hit coming up for Eastern Connecticut. Controlling there is Tess Parker from Columbia, Connecticut. Looks like most of the players, Eastern Connecticut from Connecticut, and looks like a couple from New Jersey, 1 or 2 from New Hampshire, as I quickly glanced at the roster. See one from Rhode Island as well. Down the middle looking for a pass, Caruso. Caruso trying to control for Eastern Connecticut. Caruso still with it. Nice hustle. Knocked away and cleared out by the Spartans going left to right. All the way back into Warrior territory. Back up toward the 50 and rushing in now is Stephanie Hogan, number 25 for Eastern Connecticut. She's in for Sanson. Knocked down for a moment by Gabriella Hunt, who's got the hat trick. Back out toward the 50 and Eastern Connecticut controls. Coming in, Castleton had 11-1 record in the league, 13-4 overall. Eastern Connecticut 5-7 in the league, 5-9 overall. Once you get to the postseason, it's the overall record. So Castleton looking to get to 14-4. Looking to hang on to this and advance to the Final Four. And if it is Castleton, Castleton would host the Final Four in its first year in the Little East Conference to host the Final Four, the regular season champion Castleton Spartans. Here's Sarah Wells. Sarah Wells, look at her go to work, and Tegliak kicked it away. Six nothing Castleton, 20:45 to go here in the second half. Hat trick for Gabriella Hunt, a pair of goals for Loretta Blakeney, and a goal for Sarah Wells. Shoveled across, and Teglia knocks it away, but still on the stick, on the rebound. Wells there. And this is going to be the first penalty corner for Castleton. We'll watch how they set it up. A little bit different from Eastern Connecticut. At least most of the inserter is Sydney Jeffrey from the far post, 10 yards. So Gabrielle Ryan is out there. Trevisani. They have then a player on the right wing, a player on the left wing. Hunt shoots, blocked away. Back to Hunt. Can't quite control, and Eastern Connecticut the other way, number 24, it's Caruso. Push in near side for Collantine for Eastern Connecticut. Collantine to Parker. Back to Collantine. Caruso tapped it toward McKeon. That was Castleton's first penalty corner of the game, coming well into the second half. Push in near side for Megan Ryan. Megan Ryan, number 18 for Castleton. Megan Ryan, a junior out of U32, Middlesex, Vermont. Back the other way, it's Collantine for Eastern Connecticut. Pass Valentine. Valentine tapped it ahead toward the 15. That was Plouffe over there, number 12 for Castleton. Push in for Eastern Connecticut. Raven Payne is going to check in, number 16. Also Blakeney will be checking back in for Castleton here shortly. Jack Healy with Nick O'Dwyer, Little East TV on Stretch Internet. You're watching Little East Conference quarterfinal action from Castleton's Dave Walk Stadium at Castleton University. 6-0 Castleton, the number 1 seed, over Eastern Connecticut, the number 8 seed. Worcester State, the number 4 seed, has already won, and the number 3 seed, Southern Maine, already winning today. We saw Southern Maine here back on the 20th, and Southern Maine defeated Castleton. First loss of the year in the conference, the only loss of the year in the conference, right before Castleton went on to lose to RPI in a non-league game before beating Keene State to win the regular season championship in double overtime. Another penalty corner here for Castleton. It's second. Inserter far side, 10 yards from the far post, and it comes out to the point. Sarah Wells gets it on the left, right to the side of the net, and trying to get that. It looked like that was Raven Payne on the near post. Picked off now by Wells. Wells at the top, into the striking circle. And the penalty corner again coming up for Castleton. It's third now. They're picking it up. The inserter of the far side is Sydney Jeffrey. Gabrielle Ryan and Sarah Wells. Trevisani, the 3 at the point. They've come out to the left wing this time. The shot, and it's knocked away. That shot came in from Allison Lowell. Chipped, though, to the 5-yard line, and they score. 5 yards out, and the goal by Gabriella Hunt. She's got 4 on the night. Gabriella Hunt, 4 goals tonight as they score off the penalty corner and lead at 7-0.
She's had a pretty good week in this game.
That's a good way to put it. And coming out of the game is Gabrielle Ryan. Said initially the 5-yard line, obviously 5 yards out.
Yeah.
Would be called a 5-yard line if this was football, but it is 5 yards out. 7-0 Castleton. Castleton came to play tonight, playing very well in this quarterfinal matchup. And that is scoring off a corner. That is a penalty corner, so. Ayana Williams, number 27, will be checking in for the Spartans here momentarily. And Sarah Wells does pick up an assist on the 4th goal of the game by Gabriella Hunt. And that's her 12th of the year. As Tasha Pashby Rockwood watches that one go by. A 16-yard hit for the Spartans. Oh, a lot of space here. Blakeney inside the striking area and kicked away by Integlia. Who they have on the right? Was that Jeffrey coming down? Blakeney, it was a 2 on the goalkeeper. It was Blakeney wide open, took the shot. Integlia did make the save. It was Sydney Jeffrey who was on the right wing as
Yeah, Jeffrey on the right wing there, but all set up by a fantastic pass by Hunt. Hunt had two options, and she picked Blakeney out, and Blakeney had room to run.
Absolutely good call, Nick. It was Gabriella Hunt that started that. Because I was thinking in the back of my mind, she was like 50 yards out. Hey, why not score your fifth from out there? Of course you can, unless somebody tipped it inside the striking circle, obviously. But nobody was quite quick enough to be down there just yet. It took a little while. .12:45 to go in the game. Castleton in control, leading 7-0. Castleton coached by first-year coach Christine Kemp. Christine Hutchison is the coach of Eastern Connecticut. 16-yard hit for the Warriors. Gabriella Hunt. Number 16 is Raven Payne on the restart. Sydney Jeffrey to the middle. Gabriella Hunt. Restart for Castleton. Nice play defensively by Hogan. But the Spartans on another penalty corner here. They didn't have any in the first half. They've had a few here in the second half, including a scoring off a penalty corner. The inserter far side will be, again, number 8, Sydney Jeffrey. Wells, Lowell, and Blakeney set up the three on the point. Gabriella Hunt's on the right wing, comes out to Wells by her. Blakeney, though, controls. Shovels it through the area and on by everybody. It's at the post. The inserter was Sydney Jeffrey, and she was parked at the post where the penalty corner came from originally. Maisie Mooney, a freshman from Milton, Vermont, checks in, number 5 for Castleton. Nice job by Hogan again out of Norford, Connecticut. As the Warriors look to get something started here, trailing 7-0, just under 10 minutes to go in the game. Bit of a scramble there, side of the goal, and Ellie Caruso couldn't control. They will have the Eastern Connecticut, the restart out front will be Hogan. Hogan to Parker. Restart for Makula for Eastern Connecticut. Again, a restart coming up here for Eastern Connecticut. Parker. Blakeney, and it's going to be a violation. So the other way, the Warriors. Blakeney poked it away. Blakeney far side. Pass picked off, but right on it is Gabriella Hunt. As in is Julia Kunji for Eastern Connecticut, number 2. Heather Schultes will be checking in as well momentarily, number 6 for Eastern Connecticut. Spartans back into Eastern Connecticut territory. Here's an opening, a left to right, and a collision. Wells lost her stick, and a collision with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper came out and managed to poke it away, and Sarah Wells, who virtually was going in alone, lost her stick.
Yeah, that was a great slide save by the goalie there. Forcing Wells to lose her stick, as you said.
Kira Anteglia, the goalkeeper for Eastern Connecticut. Emily Kinney, a freshman from Pittsford, New York, will be checking in here momentarily. For Castleton. 6:46 left here in the game. Castleton with a 7-0 lead. And for the first time ever, it would appear that Castleton will be hosting the Little East Conference Final Four in field hockey. Two games on Friday, times to be announced, and a championship game on Saturday. Here's Kinney in to check in for Castleton. Sarah Wells is out. She is calling it a night. And checking in is Schultes for Eastern Connecticut, number 6. Push in for Parker. Picked off at the 50 by Makula. Push in for Parker. Number 9 for Eastern Connecticut. Back and forth in the middle part of the field. And that was Raven Payne, number 16 for Castleton. Back it goes to Valentine. .435 to go in the game. 7-0 Castleton. 4 goals for Gabriella Hunt. Loretta Blakeney has a couple, and Sarah Wells with a goal. Hunt now has 12 goals on the year. Blakeney has 14. Wells with 17. It'll be the 16-yard hit for Castleton. And 4 minutes to go in the game. Push in for Castleton across the way. You're watching Little East TV on Stretch Internet. Jack Healy with Nick Godwyer. They watch Stadium at Castleton University. Little East Conference quarters already Worcester State, the number 4 seed, has won over Western Connecticut. Southern Maine, the number 3 seed, has won in double overtime over Fitchburg. So the numbers 3 and 4 seeds have already won. The number 1 seed on the verge. Number 2 seed is Keene State, 5-time defending champ. And I'm assuming that game is being played as we speak here. Keene State and number 7 Bridgewater State. Valentine had an opportunity, got it within the circle. But the Spartans right on it. They've been on it all night long. Nice move there, Bryce McCullough. Payne. Good hustle there by Kunji. Now Valentine. Valentine still with it. Valentine turns. And it's going to be a penalty corner for Eastern Connecticut. Ooh, it's going to be on the Kira Valentine will be the inserter near side. Gets it out to the point, and the shot deflected in wide. That was a rifle shot straight on for Stephanie Hogan. Restart now, that's Hogan. Moves in again and kicked away. If it got all the way through. I saw the kick, he motioned, didn't see the ball come back the other way. I'm not sure if it got all the way through. And that goes in wide with 55 seconds to go in the game. And again, it was Hogan that took that shot, the original shot there. And again, the restart for Eastern Connecticut. Hogan. Tess Parker hops past Hogan. And the Spartans had control for a moment. Plouffe over there, number 12. Anna Plouffe, a defender from Rutland. It's 8 seconds to go in the game now. 7-0 Castleton. And Castleton, for the first time in program history in its first year in the Little East Conference, will host the Little East Conference Final Four on to the semis for Castleton University. A solid 7-0 win, going to 14-4 overall. And Eastern Connecticut will wrap up the season at 5-10. Loretta Blakeney got the Spartans off and running quickly with 2 goals, her 13th and 14th of the year, to put the Spartans up 2-0. Gabriella Hunt would make it 3-0. Gabriella Hunt again would make it 4-0. Sarah Wells, her 17th, would make it 5-0. And then Gabriella Hunt would score 2 more in the second half, her 11th and 12th of the year. And Castleton would win it by a score of 7-0. So it's on to the semis, Nick, for Castleton, and Castleton University will indeed host the Final Four. We know 3 of the 4 here. Worcester State, it'll be Worcester State and Castleton in one of the semis. Southern Maine will play the winner of Keene State and Bridgewater State.
And right now, Keene State is up 2-0 on Bridgewater State with 32 minutes left in the second half.
Okay, so that's relatively close, but we'll see what happens. Again, be checking out all the websites, Little East Conference website, and the various teams that are in it for the schedule. Great job, Nick, on the color tonight. We'll catch you soon.
Thank you.
And Nick not only did the color, but also he was the producer for Nick O'Dwyer. I'm Jack Keeley, wishing you all a very pleasant good evening from Castleton University, Dave Walk Stadium. The final again in the Little East Conference quarters in field hockey. Castleton 7 and Eastern Connecticut State 0. Have a good evening, everybody. from Daywalk Stadium at Castleton University.